So I wanted to go and make a video on some of the magazines that I have in my collection. This is just Iron Man magazine, just to show you some of the cool things I have. These are retro or vintage bodybuilding. So this one right here, look at this, 35 cents. So 35 cents, just looking at that, I know that's going to be in the 1950s. And then look at this, 25 cents. Look at that, October 1951. Check this one out, 35 cents. So crazy. These are one of the later ones. I think these ones are in the 60s. This is Boyer Co. Check it out. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if you can see the detail, but it literally has not even one crease or anything wrong with it. Perfect condition from the 1960s. Insane. This is going back to the ones from the 50s. This is, look at that, 35 cents. And this is from the 1960s, 50 cents. Here goes Bill Pearl, 35 cents. Another one of Bill Pearl. I believe he was mixed with Native American. He has one of the best books for bodybuilding. It's like it's a brown book. It's like the keys to the universe. Yeah. Same thing. Probably early 1950s. Iron Man. Same thing. Look at that. It's so crazy. Ken Waller. If you watch the movie Pumping Iron, you'll remember him. He used to work at Gold's Gym in Venice. We got another one of Mr. Bill Pearl. Casey Viator. I think he was the youngest Mr. America. Check that out, it's so crazy. Chris Dickerson, he won Mr. Olympia in 1982, the year I was born. Look at that. This is November of 1980. So you can see the style had changed. Again, this one is back in the 1950s. Don Howarth, that was another big name back in the 50s. So just to show you some of the collection that I have, here goes another one, Bill Pearl. I think I might have two of these ones. The crazy thing with this is to think that, you know, these things are still intact. This one looks like the cover's coming off a little bit, but for the most part, most of my collection, really good collection. He was big in the 80s. This is 1985, Tim Belknap. If you read the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding by Arnold Schwarzenegger, they have him in there. Check that out. A lot of these people, either I don't remember or I don't know. Another Iron Man. Casey Viator, again. That Mr. America. Chris Dickerson again. So cool. Mr. Australia. Another Chris Dickerson. Another Chris Dickerson. Look at that. Now we're going back to the old stuff. So this is 1950s. Ralph Kroger. Look at that. Dennis Tenorino. I think he's one of the only guys that actually beat Arnold. Him, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva. Muhammad Makawi. This is crazy. This is back in the early 80s. And this is 1985. So crazy. Another one of Boyer Coe. He used to do a television program where he would show the exercises and how to do them. If you look online on YouTube, you can still see him with Sean Ray. Another one of Casey Viator. This one right here, Mike Menser. I actually got to speak with him 2 weeks before he passed away. Frank Zane, one of the only guys to beat Arnold. He won Mr. Olympia 77, 78, and 79. Another one, look at that. Perfect condition of Arnold. It's not, if you look closely, there's not like one crease. Okay. So this is, keep in mind, this is just Iron Man. Okay. So again, here is, look at 75 cents. This is a 1972. So it's crazy to see how like the different styles are. Ken Waller. I have, I think, another 2 issues of this. Another one of Casey Viator. Actually, no, I have another one of this ones too. Another one of Mr. Ken Waller. Another one of Chris Dickerson. Bill Pearl again. Now we're back to the 50s. Look at this guy. Asian bodybuilder. So cool. Yeah, I just want to show you guys a couple of these magazines. This is just part of my Iron Man collection. I have other magazines as well. I'll go through on another day and show you. I have Your Physique, Strength and Health, Muscle Builder, Muscle Power, Flex, Muscle and Fitness, Muscular Development. I got a bunch. Yeah. That's a lot of these people. I don't even know about them. Bill Galumbrick. This is, look at April 1952. 25 cents. Remember, 35 is the early 50s. 25 cents, December 1949. January to February 1950. Clarence Ross, one of the best bodybuilders back in the 40s and 50s. If you study bodybuilding, years and years ago, Clancy Ross is one of the big names, and then the other one is John Grimmick, of course, and Steve Reeves. Another one, 35 cents. $19.52. It's crazy because this kind of style of the shot almost reminds me of the ones that I have from the 1930s. There's another one. The wild thing about books and magazines, a lot of people, they would just throw them out. And what's crazy is, again, I have some magazines from 1930. To be able to like hold them in your hand, something that's been around for almost 100 years, it's just insane. Yep, I have another one of these ones. Yeah. So crazy. Okay, so I've been putting everything to the left. I have one last pile I'm going to show you. It's going to be a mixture of new and old. 1967, January. We saw him already in the other one with his kids. Robert Moore. Arnold. Look at that. If you can see up close, not one crease. Crazy. Perfect condition from probably 67 or 68. Insane. This is Iron Man. Look at this. March, April 1950. Another one of Casey Viator. These are the more modern ones. This is 1987. You can see how much bigger they are. That's Tom Platz, the Golden Eagle. Had the best legs in bodybuilding ever. Still to this day trains hard. I see videos of him at Gold's Gym. Much respect. Sean Ray, one of the top bodybuilders of the 90s to early 2000s. I used to watch him. Always placed in the top 5. Definitely underrated and always very, very consistent. Lee Labrada, his son bodybuilt as well. This is such a cool issue. Look at that, 1986. Again, great condition. That's awesome. Eddie Robinson. This is getting into the 90s. Or look at 89. Samir Banu. So awesome, look at that. 1983 Mr. Olympia. The Lion of Lebanon. Buchanan, Brian Buchanan, look at that. Straight up looks like he could be a statue. Incredible physique, insane. All right, look at this, August of 1991. Arnold promoting Terminator. Now we're going back to the oldies. Rex, look at that, never heard of him. Insane. Another one of Chris Dickerson. So cool. Mickey, I don't know who this is. John Grimmick, here we go. And these are the ones that are usually worth money too. John Grimmick, look at that. And this is his physique from like the 1940s. So it's crazy. You could look like that and go into any gym and still be super impressive to this day with all the advancements we have in technology and training and nutrition. Wow, that's so cool. This is literally like going back in time. Raymond Schaefer. Look at that. Roger Servin. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Carry your own oxygen tent. And then right here, Scott wins Mr. Olympia. So Larry Scott, he won the Mr. Olympia in 1965 and 1966. So that's what year this magazine is from. Almost done. And again, this is just one magazine of all the other ones that I have. Insane. Iron Man. Look at this, another one, Bill Pearl. Probably one of the older ones that I have from him. Look at that. Insane. So back in the day, they used to have like a lot of powerlifting stuff. So these magazines would have things on like weightlifting, powerlifting. Check that out. It's cool. Now we're starting to see the ones with like the couple that are, so the women that are in shape too. So what's crazy is nowadays you see someone like that, you're like, oh, they're in pretty good shape. Back then, this was like best of the best. Incredible. What's wild is that, I mean, their kids or grandkids are still around, and they probably, you know, haven't even seen pictures of their family members. And here I have it in my house, in my collection. Yeah. And then these are the ones that are usually worth money. Again, this is Larry Scott, Mr. Olympia. The first Mr. Olympia ever. Yeah. long this video is going to be. And I think this is George Eiferman. He was also one of the top guys in like the 40s and 50s. Him and Steve Reeves and John Grimmick. That's crazy. Elmo Santiago. Dennis Nelson. I have a couple magazines where they have this guy in the front. This is Timmy Leong. I think he's Japanese. Tommy Kono. Look at that. Mr. Los Angeles. I haven't even heard of that before. And looks like there's two more. You got this one right here. You got this one. December of 1950. So this one is the cover slipping off. Most of the ones that I have, though, they're in good shape. And that is my Iron Man collection. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great night.